Good morning, everybody. And if you happen to wonder why we don't notify anybody on Discord currently with the way we used to do it, there's a couple reasons why. The first one is redundant. It's you go live and then there's a notification that goes out, and then I go ahead and then I send a notification goes out, and then it just results in a double notification. It's kind of stupid, honestly. That's one reason. The other reason is that there are people who did something really stupid yesterday morning, and I'm not happy with that. I don't know where they got the information when we're live, or how to call my landlord and start making trouble. So, for that reason, the only thing I can think of is the Discord, and which has become a bit of a cesspit, honestly. It's not so bad as long as I keep up with the troublemakers, and they know who they are. One guy keeps signing back on. I keep banning him.
Darnell Larenville. Hi, Michelle Illumi.
Hello. I got the speech on, Michelle. Oh. Okay, well, let's turn that off. I don't need that on because it gets bad enough. That was something I was experimenting with earlier. Yeah, so anyway, so how you doing, Darnell? So, to make a long story short, is, there is a situation where some people are subscribed into Discord, but don't subscribe to the channel. And there's also people that are signed to Discord, of course, that are subscribed to the channel too. The ones that are subscribed to the channel get the notifications, or at least they should be, unless YouTube screws up. That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay. So, I had to go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. I could not stay up for 4 more hours than that. I absolutely could not. My brain was not working well. I thought about going behind the wheel of a truck, but just like in real life, you don't go behind the wheel of a truck when you're half asleep. I play the game. I try to play the game as realistically as I can, but even that results in kind of a lot of laughs because of the my eyesight is far from exemplary and always rear-ending people and killing everybody. Hi, Krista, how you doing? But it's the intent is to try to play the game as realistically as I can. The biggest problem is I keep running into in the game is the steering with an Xbox controller. I've gotten better at it, but it's still not the same thing as a steering wheel. I had planned one day to buy a steering wheel, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, why? Because they're too expensive for one thing. It's a great idea, but not affordable. Not affordable. They're just too expensive to buy a steering wheel. And so all I can do is pray to the gods above me. Restream bot still running it. I need to basically rip the stuffing out of Restream bot Uh, I'll do that later on. So, just kind of shameful that we have to consider closing a lot of avenues down because of the tomfoolery. But because what happened yesterday morning was unacceptable. And I don't even know where the humor is in that. My landlord was not laughing. The person kept plastering his cell phone from the same phone number, being obnoxious. We now know, at least for now, because we don't have any evidence to support it, but we can at least make an educated assumption that the person that did the phone calls, one, is not Skynet, because I do have Skynet's personal number, and that's not Skynet. Number two, that's not Schmicklecat. And Schmicklecat doesn't have a girlfriend, as far as I know right now. I know you were. And so was the landlord. He kept asking me if I knew these people, and I said, no, I don't. When I started this channel, I never intended or even wanted to get to the point where it was starting to piss off my landlord, okay? Virgo the goddess said, darn tragedy, you're about to be a veteran, you're about to kill him. I could not watch that tarot reading because that sounded like a big headline warning. So I wanted to explain this to you guys. You're actually, whoever's doing this, you are not funny. What would you do if, in your case, if you were in my shoes, somebody called your landlord and said horrible things about you to your landlord? I don't even know why in the bloody hell you would even do that. Would love to hear your response, whoever you are. Get on that type, and you type it to me. You tell me why you feel that's justified. I'm glad you're doing better. So get on that type, and start typing your response. I want to understand your asocial humor a little bit. Who are you? Why are you doing this? And where's the humor? You know what? That just brings up a valid point. Where is the humor? Right. And we cannot allegedly accuse anyone here unless we know who did it. Except the person that responded with an address and a name and a landlord text message. Which I didn't see. Because I didn't copy his phone messages, because those are usually none of my damn business. Let's get some panel up. Let's get the donations up. They're on the screen. Oh, I know they're on the screen, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Let's get the donations up. Need I say, Andrew, my landlord was not happy. It is sick. Forget borderline anything. Krista, if you want to go ahead and give him a quick 411 of the kind of comments that were said. Let's get Andrew on. It's not borderline anything. It just is uncalled for sick. Disgusting, actually. Beyond disgusting. He had me read it. Too bad you didn't take a snapshot of it with your other phone, so I could have seen it. Okay. That's good to hear that you're feeling better. I can get Krista up here too, but she needs to install the app on her phone, but she reset her phone is full, so probably. Okay, Andrew. Oh, that's Paul. Yes, Paul. Or is it Ryan?
Yes, Michelle. Who?
Yeah.
Who's Brian?
Good question. Because according to the informant that contacted my landlord, he said the woman lived with a guy named Ryan.
Who are you talking? What did your landlord say, Michelle? What are you talking about?
Watch yesterday morning's cooking
message.
show, you'll understand what we're talking about.
What's that?
I said, watch yesterday morning's cooking show, you'll understand.
I did watch your cooking show, Michelle. You made your cupcake. I was there. What are you talking about? Someone was calling.
Elliot, how you doing?
Yo, how you doing?
Hey, Francois.
Hey, Famille. I can never remember the name, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle, just tuned in. You said something about your landlord.
Krista said, in short, they were just screaming and yelling on the phone, saying to Michelle, saying we were
what
bitches, saying all horrible stuff, just screaming on the phone like a psycho.
Just say the word. Just say the word.
And anyway, it didn't sound like a guy.
And you said Brian called you?
It could have been a guy. Okay, anyway, it did not sound like a guy. It did not sound like a guy. It could have been a guy in their voice, like a woman's, but it sounded more like a woman. It was a woman. And she called last night to the show, so a night show.
Okay.
And
it was like something Lisa Lindland would do.
It definitely was a black woman.
Oh,
right.
Or it sounded like a black woman.
I thought you just said it was Brian. I thought you said it was Brian K.
Yeah, I can't imagine Brian doing.
Well, I have to turn off the option I set is to just be silent on unknown numbers. So eventually I'm going to have to turn that off for him too. But
and you were saying it was Brian, Michelle? You said it's Brian.
His name was Ryan. According to the message.
Oh, Ryan. Paul. I think.
Okay. Yeah. What's that got to do with me, Michelle?
Somebody thought you were the Ryan guy.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Ryan.
Yeah, but you don't live in Ypsilanti, New York, though.
No, I definitely don't live in New Santee.
I know you
Michelle,
don't.
definitely don't.
And I know it wasn't Skynet because the phone number was completely different because I have Skynet's personal number.
Yeah. I've never even heard of U Santee, New York. I don't even know. Is that like?
Well, I know Schenectady.
Yeah.
Is a place there.
I think it's
And that's what you mean.
yeah. But
Yeah,
still,
sorry,
I don't know.
it's
sorry,
disgusting.
Michelle, to disappoint you and your informant, but no, it definitely wasn't me.
I know it wasn't. I don't think it was you. That doesn't make any sense.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I heard the person call. They're like, "Let me talk to the man." I heard them talking a little bit on the phone.
Yeah, but Paul, was it a fake? Would you say it was a fake female voice or a real one?
Well,
yeah,
clearly
I don't know if
this clearly was a natural woman's voice. Thank you very
I
much.
was gonna say I can't say that was an authentic female, but I've heard some.
And this was
pretty,
a natural woman.
I know what you mean.
This was a natural woman's voice. It doesn't mean that this guy Ryan doesn't have a girlfriend. He may have a girlfriend.
Possible. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know, Michelle. That's weird. I did watch the show though, Michelle. Did you ever get to frost? And did you ever frost your cakes, your cupcakes?
Yeah. It came out sucky. The frosting came out sucky.
Yeah.
The cupcakes came out good.
Yeah, you said they were pretty good.
Ian lives in the same state you live in. Who are you talking that to?
Wait, what's that?
No, Krista was saying that Ian lives in the same state that you live in. I'm wondering who is you. Is it Michelle or yourself?
Yeah, I don't know who's talking. So Andrew, you got what? About a week to go.
Yeah, just a week. Can't
Yeah.
fucking wait.
Yeah, I hope you're excited.
There is a Ryan that lives in Torrington, but
I've said to you before.
That's not the
Sorry,
Ryan
Michelle.
that we're talking about because that Ryan lives in Torrington.
Oh,
and
Ryan. Okay. Sorry.
unfortunately, he stopped coming to the show. I don't know why. I think he found the show kind of unenjoyable.
Yeah, but that's no excuse, Michelle, to leave offensive calls.
No,
and
there
things
isn't.
like that, you know what I mean?
It certainly is a lousy way to start a conversation with a landlord.
Yeah, well, that too, I suppose. So is Jimmy giving you a hard time over this?
No, not right at this minute, but I'm afraid he will eventually. Like Virgo Goddess said, evictions could start. I don't know.
Michelle, I don't think he's going to evict you over something that's out with your control.
Well, you see, he thinks it is in my control. That's just it. He thinks that He thinks I have control of the audience on my channel. That he doesn't realize that they are basically free agents and they do what they do, and they're not going to necessarily listen to me.
I mean, anyone with half a brain would realize that, but I suppose as long as he's getting paid his rent money and stuff like that, he should be happy.
Yeah.
He should be fine, you know. It's not like people are bashing down your door and stuff like that, and or giving him any direct grief, really, you know.
That's what Chris is saying here. No, the message should still be on his phone. Please read the chat messages I just sent a minute ago. The message was they're trying to say that the person was harassing the landlord. The person knew Michelle. I guess we're trying to say in a text message that it was Schmeckelcat, a.k.a. Paul, whose real name was allegedly Orion.
That person, that didn't even sound anything like me, Michelle, on the phone.
Michelle, I doubt that's even the case, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I'm not afraid to use my real voice.
And
Michelle.
the voice certainly was not Blazing Leo, so that was definitely not.
Hi, my name's Tammy.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's hardly. I mean, you can tell that's a guy straight away. Even listening to that, you know what I mean?
I use my real voice, Michelle. I wouldn't pose as a woman. I'm not scared.
It's impossible. I mean, I've tried it before in the past.
Yeah, no one would buy that. Yeah.
No, they just they know straight away. Even I've tried to make fake complaints saying, "Oh, I'm Mrs. Simpson from Rogers Street," and You can't.
Yeah,
convince
I've never
people,
been
you
able
know?
to. Yeah, I've never been able to do. Even with a voice changer, it still doesn't work for me, to be honest. I've tried it even with a voice changer, and it doesn't work. So.
I'm
Because you
pretty.
just
I'm
know.
pretty
You
good at
know it's
ladies'
either a
voice.
male
I'm
or
pretty good
female.
at ladies'
Yeah,
voices,
yeah.
obviously. But
Definitely.
I would never ever start a communication like that with just saying, "Michelle's pussy smells." Which one, the cat or her vagina?
Oh my god.
Is that how the
Yeah,
conversation
Jesus.
started?
Actually, neither one of them.
Well, I needed that. I've had such a
Charles
shit week.
Pussy Smell. Yeah, no, sorry to let you and your informant down, Michelle, but it definitely was not me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sorry to let you guys down.
Oh god, I'm crying.
I am the goat. A lot of people like to pin shit on me, but that's quite okay, you know. But, it's I guess fun, you know.
But he's completely right, Paul. You're completely right. You cannot. It's impossible unless
Yeah,
you're.
I can't get away with a
You
woman's
just
voice
can't do
whatsoever.
it. You know.
Yeah.
You just know. You just know the difference. Now, if you guys are saying that it was genuinely a female's voice, then it was genuinely a female person.
Yeah,
doing it.
It
I
still
can't
was
say that it
absolutely
wasn't-
genuine,
wasn't,
pure female voice. No estrogen shots required.
It was a little
Yeah.
hard to hear, Andrew. There were power tools going off, so it was kind of hard to hear the phone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it was a bit hard to hear the phone
Because she
call.
called
But
again last night on the show too, and she called me on the show.
well, there you go, Michelle. I wasn't even around last night.
And I
was
had a
busy
chance
last
to
night.
listen to the voice carefully, and it was definitely a female voice.
Yeah.
And you were saying it was a New York code?
Yeah, they called from upstate New York.
Well, there's no way that's going to be Paul then, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know how that'd be possible.
Yes, Paul lives in Michigan.
Mm-hmm. I was busy last night too. I have an alibi.
Don't we all?
Like me to call them up. Is it cooled down at all over in the UK or in Scotland?
Cooled down a lot. Well,
Given the
it's
fact
up
that the
to-
woman's voice was that of a black woman, it definitely was not a white woman's voice.
It's about six. It's about
I would say
66 degrees.
it definitely
just
is
now.
not Blazing Leo. For obvious reasons. It didn't even sound like Blazing Leo.
It has cooled down a lot. Yeah, but Blazing Leo could have used a voice changer.
Yeah.
Could be. But why call my landlord?
Maybe she was sucking some black dick and she was able to sound like a black woman.
You never know.
Never know,
No, we're just
Michelle.
trying to eliminate
Never
the
know.
suspects. That's all we're doing.
Who knows though? Yeah, I don't know, Michelle. It wasn't me. Sorry to disappoint you and your informant.
And I'm not there yet, so I couldn't have done it.
Wasn't
so.
Andrew. He's not here yet. So you can cross those two off your list. I didn't hear any of the calls, Michelle. Did you do a night show last night?
What? Yeah,
I forgot you even did one. Yeah.
A night show last night.
I'm not used to you doing
And
them
then
on Fridays.
afterwards, we drove American Truck Simulator for a while.
Yeah, how'd that go? Get your delivery in?
Yeah, I got it. Actually, it turns out
Pardon me.
I had already delivered the delivery. So it was just go
Okay.
to the dock to go pick up an order. So I picked up the order and I did deliver it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I decided to try to bring it to the loading dock, which is the most difficult experience points. And I couldn't manage to get the truck to back up the right way to do the delivery. I was like everywhere else in the parking lot, but it wasn't where I was supposed to be. It was like, oh god. I thought
You
I
have to
would
work
get
on your,
close, and then I would try to back up to the loading dock, and the trailer would swerve the other way, and then I would like, oh no, now we go with this again.
Sorry, I'm smoking again.
All right.
Thank
Cheers to that,
you.
Andrew. Smoke them if you got them, buddy.
Much
Here, I'll touch mine to the
appreciated.
microphone in solidarity. Here we go. Right there. Boom.
Nice one, Gianni.
Thank you, Tiani, for being here.
What's your brand, Andrew?
At the moment, it's John Players. I don't know if you know of that brand.
John Players.
Yep.
How cool.
GPS.
Is it a menthol or a non-menthol?
No, it's not. I can't do menthol. It's
Can't
like
do the
smoking.
menthol,
It's
okay.
like smoke. It's like smoking a mint. You know what I mean? I just can't do
Andrew, I've always said it's like a cough drop. Yes.
it.
Cough drop, yeah.
So this afternoon,
No.
I'm going to have to go out and do some
some
reach
coffee, Derby.
out to former patrons and see if I can get some of the former patrons to come back. So I'll have to do out some reach out text mail to former patrons.
Okay.
And there's not too many of them, so just go ahead and reach out to them in a text message. I did send out a few recently to Bubba, but I haven't really sent much else to some of the other people.
I've not seen him in a long time.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't even know if he's even with us anymore.
I hope he
I'm
is.
talking about maybe he's not even in the building, if you know what I mean by that.
All right. I just came back. Who are you referring to?
Bubba, you know.
Oh yeah, Bubba Warba. I've
Yeah.
seen him floating around. Yeah, I haven't seen
I
him in
haven't.
a while though.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen him in ages. Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah, hopefully Bubba's doing well. He's a good guy. I like Bubba.
So I
Yeah,
don't know
he
if you
is.
guys realize we did temporarily get the plug sorted on the board. But we are
No,
gonna be,
Gianni, sorry, no, it doesn't.
but we are going to be replacing them with proper AV plugs. So they'll make
4 months
good
member.
phone connections instead of possibly constantly going crackly out in and out all the time.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Well, it's theoretically possible, John. I mean, it's possible it's going to happen, of course, to all of us sooner or later. It's just the
He's an older
nature.
gentleman.
Yeah, he is, but
He was an older gentleman. Yeah.
He was,
Well,
I think,
who
he was
knows,
about
you
the
know?
same age as Craig.
The best of luck to Bubba wherever he may be, whether it's on Earth or in the spiritual realm. Hopefully, he's doing well.
yeah, we just don't know what's going on. I mean, he could be just taking time out or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case. You know.
So
Yeah, I don't want to jump to crazy conclusions.
I
or
will
nothing,
send
you know?
out some different notification or reminders to people like Just Miss Jamie, which used to be a patron, and a few other people that.
I am good, John. Thank you. A lot better than I have been this week. I had stomach flu and it was horrendous.
Ugh.
Yes, that's why I kept like saying to Michelle and everyone else, I was like, no, I just cannot come on. I mean, I couldn't even keep off the toilet.
Yeah.
Sorry to be graphic, but
Oh yeah, I remember earlier in the week you were saying your stomach was upset.
yeah, it was like bloated. I mean, I'm a slim guy, but then you suddenly got this weird inflated stomach. You
think it's like something you picked up from work or?
I've had
God
stomach
knows.
ailments
God
like
knows
that.
me. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm fine now. I feel a lot much better now.
All of a sudden,
Well,
it's
that's
like
good.
fire in the hole.
Yeah, well, sometimes it was feeling like that, you know. And but yeah. It's so lesson number 1: wear gloves. In fact, don't do that because you're either gonna get something or you're not. You know, if you're gonna get a bug, you're gonna get a bug. There's not many ways of protecting against it.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I got a stomach bug and it was horrible. And yeah, we have this thing. I don't know if you guys have it over there. We refer to if a man gets a cold, he exaggerates it to the point of like ridiculousness.
Mm-hmm.
But a woman gets a cold and she's just like, oh no, you just got man flu, you know, type of thing. It's like, well, yeah, I had man flu.
Oh, that's what they call it, man flu.
Yeah. Just being a fucking pussy, basically.
Yeah.
Either way,
Hey, when you're not feeling
stomach
good, you're not
ailments,
feeling
no
good.
fun.
You know?
Exactly. Thank you very much.
That's the way I
Thank
look
you.
at it. I mean, whether you stubbed your toe or you got AIDS, you know, you're not feeling good. You're not feeling good.
I'd rather not have the second one.
Yeah, for sure. Well, glad you're over it, Andrew.
This stubbed toe sounds quite good now, actually.
Right. Yeah, see, it's not so bad, right? Not so bad.
No, you mentioned it.
Yeah, well, hopefully you stay well and, you know.
No, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine now. I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better now. These things happen,
Yeah, for
It's life,
sure.
you
For
know.
sure. I usually get sick about once a year, if
It's
some
that's
point in time. Yeah.
well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm rarely sick at all.
Yeah, same here.
So it was just like I'll admit it. I was a little bit over exaggerating things. I was like, "Oh, I'm in agony. I can't move," and stuff like that. But I could move. I could move fine. I
Yeah.
really could.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta play it a bit, get a little sympathy. It's nice.
It didn't work. It didn't work, mate. So
Well-
now that it's gone, I've just got to just go back to normal.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gianni, exactly. I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's out the way, so I'm good to go. I've actually got a party tonight. I've got a engagement party. My neighbours are getting they've gotten engaged, so I've got a party tonight.
Excellent.
Yeah, so but I'm not going to be drinking because I don't want to upset the stomach. When I say
Yeah.
drinking, I mean drinking.
Right.
So I'm just going to be sticking to juices and things like that.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds like a good time, a nice time.
All I know
Yes,
is that today it's going to be about as warm as yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summertime.
31
Coming to an end
degrees.
soon. Got one more month to go.
Well, it's cooled down a lot here. As I said, I was trying to say earlier on, it's about 65, 66 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cooled down a hell of a lot since the last couple of weeks, Still no rain, but hey ho.
Right.
That'll come eventually.
We only had little sprinkles here and there. No derechos here. No rivers from the sky. We need rivers from the sky right now.
They're calling for rain here, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think a lot of the lakes and reservoirs here have been pretty much
They
depleted.
keep calling rain here too, but the rain keeps giving them busy signal.
Yeah.
There's a lake here. Well, not here where I'm at, but it's in America called Lake Mead or Need, and
Okay.
it's been drying up. As it's been drying up, they've been finding like bodies and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, it's 28 degrees.
So it must really be getting low.
Fire danger is elevated right now.
So an old money, Michelle, 82 degrees. Yeah, just now. That's still pretty warm.
Currently 80 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I
That's
need
not
to
too bad though. I mean,
What I need
Yeah,
to
you
see
can
is
still live with that.
100% chance of rain.
Yeah.
Never mind 40s and 50%. I need to see
Well-
100% chance of rain for at least 3 solid days.
The 104 degrees thing was just nah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't deal with that.
Good
I
enough.
can't. That's
Yeah.
we can't deal with that as a country here. But down in Spain, down in France, I mean they're hitting like 120 and stuff like that now, and it's. But eventually things will cool down as they do, and people going about climate change.
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
a breeze
normal
right
summer.
now.
It's just normal summer.
Yeah. Some are hotter than others,
Yeah,
But I'm
Right now.
sorry, but a
Right.
breeze does not hydrate the plants. The plants need rain. Lots
do.
of rain. They
Mhm.
are so far behind in the rain right now.
And I think it's interesting how like my grass won't grow, but all the weeds will still grow without rain.
Yeah, I've
The
noticed
weeds still grow though.
that.
How does that work? It's weird.
Because they're bastards. That's what that is.
Simple,
Yeah,
it's
they
stealing all your
flourish.
grass's materials. It's stealing all the
Yeah.
grass's nutrients.
Yeah, they flourish without any sun or water, or without any water.
You can go out and cut your lawn and stuff like that, and you
I
don't need to,
I don't
or
know if that's
recently,
necessarily
but-
true, because I think eventually the weeds would die too, because
I don't know. Not these ones. But yeah, I cut it about once a month now. I used to cut it about 2-3 times a month, about once a month, if that. It's great.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate anything to do with gardening.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Landscaping.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it. You either get stung, bitten, whatever, by whatever's floating around. And,
Lots of hazards, yeah.
yeah, that too.
Lots of hazards.
With my knees, if I got down on the ground garden, I'd never get up again. Honestly. Hey, give me that crane
stopped,
over there so you can pick me up. I'll grab onto the hook.
Sorry, Bella is just attacking me right now for no reason at all. Could you fuck off? Sorry, so Michelle for swearing.
Yeah.
No, but she just wants fed. But she's got this weird thing on her back just now. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Rusty went outside. And they had the door to the tent open. And I tried to see if he snuck in there, and I didn't see him in there, so I just closed the door behind me. They didn't lock
Michelle,
it.
have you slept much lately? You sound tired.
No, I slept for 4 hours last night.
Oh, what kept you up?
Originally, I slept from 1 to 6, and then I got up to do the night show. And then I ended up doing the night show. Yeah. So then I went to bed for about 12 to... originally, it was about 2 hours. Then he took his medication to knock him out, his knockout drugs. Then he basically went back to bed again. Then I'm like, why the hell are you doing that? But then he couldn't sleep, so he got up. So it was at 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'm not going to be able to drive my truck like this. No fucking way. I got into bed because he was up on the couch. I said, fine, I want to sleep for a bit. 4 hours is better than nothing at all. I slept for those 4 hours. Got up at 8 in the morning after thinking about a really crazy hi-fi stereo system and a design that had a lot of plugs and switches and knobs and all kinds of cool stuff.
Settle down. Settle down.
This sounds entertaining. Maybe I should just tell the morning show I'll be late. No, screw that. I'm going to get up anyway. Of course, I got up, used the bathroom. Of course, Ed jumps in the sack. I'm like, fine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, I had an idea I was going to stay up to about 8 in the morning. But that's not practical because then I had to do a 10 a.m. show, and it would have been like old warmed up old dog food.
Yeah, John's got a point. I mean, that bed is basically manned 24/7. I think, honestly, just even if you can just get like a sofa bed or like a mattress or something, one of those Dermale things I was telling you about the other day.
The problem is our couch is extremely impossible to sleep on. It is so narrow, and I'm such a wide-bodied person that when I get on the couch, it is like you can know you're going to more than likely be kissing the floor. Especially now that we got those risers under the couch. I'm definitely going to be kissing the floor because unfortunately it's too high for me.
Well, just buy a cheap mattress or something, that way you can just get him to lie on it, and you can just have the bed.
You each can have your own and go in there as you please.
Yeah, I know it's my bed. The point is, that's the story of the bed.
Yes.
The story of the traveling bed. Kind of like the story of the traveling pants, but the bed stays in place, but the people change. There's a movie called that, The Traveling Pants.
Well, that's one thing. Jimmy can't have a go at you for that. He can't, moan at you or complain at you for that. He should be moaning at all in the first place. At the end of the day, he's still getting his, his rent money, So whatever he's got to say, he should actually, if he really believes that's the case, then he should make it official, if that makes sense. He should talk to you about it and
Well, the problem is that Jimmy's in the Aries, and he doesn't necessarily
And-
talk to you. He screams at you. Which then
Right.
basically makes his Macedonian voice sound like my Kenworth K100E, basically
Oh.
in high
So
speed idle.
Jimmy's European. I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought Jimmy was an American. I've never heard him.
He's Ukrainian
He's Macedonian,
or Macedonian. I'm sorry.
which in some ways is actually part of Bulgaria. Long story. Between Macedonian and Bulgarians, they used to be one country.
I guarantee you, he's yeah. Well, Macedonia and Serbia and Croatia were all Yugoslavia.
Right, they
at one
were all part of the Yugoslavia Republic, yeah.
Yeah,
Michelle, speaking of
And even
Bulgaria,
before, when it was under the Greek rule of Alexander the Great, it was still one big country, Macedonia, and then Bulgaria split from Macedonia, and then, of course, history of Europe.
No, speaking of Bulgaria, Michelle, have you reached out or heard from Martin lately?
No, I haven't heard from him at all.
He's Martin.
Martin, you don't remember Martin from the show, Andrew? People of Peace.
Oh.
Martin, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember him? No, sincerely, do you remember him?
The guy that spoke like this.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we haven't heard from. Last we heard from him, he was homeless. He contracted the COVID. This was like months and months ago. Like, I wonder how Martin's doing.
Like, living up in Dubai or something.
Perhaps.
I think the short story is we already know this anyway, that Pop was just trolling us along a lot of the times. And
yeah, well,
we all knew that. We're not stupid.
But it's still Martin, though. It's still Martin, Michelle. He's been a staple of your show for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just wonder how he's doing. I'm just wondering.
I have
if you
no
heard from him,
idea.
that's all.
I never heard from him about him. I did send him a text message.
Okay.
But the cell phones don't give receipt confirmation, so there's no way of confirming he even saw the message.
Right. Fair enough.
Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, I could call him in his hometown, but the problem is that I don't know if T-Mobile gives free calls to Canada.
Oh, is that where he lives? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's where he lives. He lives in Canada. So, what we do know is that he became homeless when he left his mom. That's all we know. We don't know where he is. I have no idea if he's sleeping under a bridge somewhere or what.
Yeah. Hate to think that, actually.
Or if he's in a shelter.
I've been in that position myself. When I first left home, it was over an argument with my mom, and it was in February. It was like minus 15 degrees outside, and I told her to fuck off.
Yeah.
Because she accused me of doing something that I genuinely, for once, I hadn't done.
Right.
And
no way, Andrew. I gotta ask you how old were you when this happened?
17.
17. Okay. I was gonna say because it's kind of the same situation happened with me, but I was 19 or 18.
Right.
Oh wow, that's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story.
No, it's cool. It's fine. But,
it's crazy.
It took a few years, but we got back laughing about it and talking about it again. But it was never the same. But I knew for once in my life, I actually genuinely didn't do this thing.
Yeah.
I know I was a little shit. I was a little shit growing up. I always was. But this time I thought, no, I'm not getting blamed for something I haven't done. So I says, no, fuck you.
Andrew, just curious, what was your mom's
was,
astrological sign? Do you know?
She was born October 14th. I don't know what that would be.
Okay, Libra.
I think it was Scorpio or Libra. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
so what
she was
happened was, I stepped out the door in a huff, and the first thing I did was step into a foot of snow.
It's funny because Libras are
I can't
supposed to
handle
be
this. I'm just escaping
the
out
most
here.
balanced of the air signs, but for some reason, as you heard from Crystal's mouth yesterday, they do have a temper. They just don't normally show it.
Oh no! She was just like she was raging at me, and I thought, no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. So, but then I had second thoughts. But then, as I said, when I opened the door, and I almost fell into, I stepped into the snow, almost slipped, and I thought, no, I'm going to find the next motorway, and I hitchhiked up north. And I had lorry drivers picking me up. I had car drivers picking me up. They could all go so far until they go to a different place.
Right.
So eventually, that's how I ended up here. That's how it happened.
Did you have like a destination in mind, or did you just want to like just get a ride?
I did. No, I actually did. I
Okay.
did. I did have a destination in mind, and it was
Gotcha.
here. And the first night, I slept on a park bench in the city. I say park in the city, but you know what I mean. It was just a bench that was there.
Yeah.
And eventually, I got into college and stuff like that, and things progressed, and life happens, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But later on, it took a long time, you know, for things to sort of come good, as it were. But it was funny. We laughed it off later on because you've got to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't hold a grudge. I don't hold a grudge.
Yeah.
My mother could. But
made you the man you are today, you know?
Well, sometimes I regret it, you know. Of course I do. I regret the way things happen. But Mum was a major alcoholic by this stage because she just lost her husband.
Yeah.
You know, so she was like taking it out on me. My brother had already went to somewhere else, and I had a younger sister. She was like basically a baby at this stage.
And, so you were just like there,
Yeah, I was getting it all the time. So eventually I thought, no, what I got accused of was stealing out of a charity box. I thought, no, this time I really haven't done it. What had happened was she'd taken the money out, been completely out of her face on drink.
And so she did it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I remember her doing it, and that's exactly what I was trying to put across. And no, I just thought, fuck this shit. You know, I'm out.
Yeah.
No graduation for me. Well, there was eventually, but it took a bit longer.
Yeah. I admit that sounds kind of weird, though.
It was weird, Michelle. That's what I'm saying, you know.
Well, you know, the funny thing is I ended up being homeless because me and my prior landlord got into a row over the issue with a toilet, which I had a female friend that basically thought my cat litter was flushable and dumped it down the toilet. And guess what? Clogged his pipes. So we got into a major argument over that.
Who was that,
So I
Michelle?
decided that basically it was time for me to move on because I was getting sick of landlords. And we thought that its truck was gonna be, motorhome was gonna be ready. It wasn't even livable at the time. And so
you don't flush that stuff down the toilet. That's for
Michelle,
sure.
which roommate did that, Michelle? I gotta ask. Who did that? Dory?
Valerie did that, but she thought it was flushable
Valerie.
cat litter. I told her, said, no, it's not. Where did you get the idea it was flushable? It doesn't
I've
even say it on the back.
Of that. Never heard of flushable cat litter. Trolling
No.
asks, is there a night show tonight, Michelle?
Yeah.
I'm trolling. Yep. So night show tonight, trolling, 7 p.m.
Awesome.
Eastern Standard Time.
Well, I'll be back for that because I've got my taxi booked for my time, 11:45. So I'll be back for I'll be on for that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch it, Michelle. I got a family get together today, but I'll try and pop in
the tab. It keeps closing out the chat window. That's kind of stupid.
That's all right. Yeah.
Let's want to see how many people are watching. 8. Okay, it's not bad. So, so there will be a night show tonight.
Nice. I'll try and catch that one, Michelle. I forgot you did one on Fridays now. I would have tried to catch last night's, but I completely forgot that you even did one on Fridays.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I was like these as well.
God, tomorrow's Sunday, because Sunday's my fun day. So Sunday's only
Sunday's your day off. Yep. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember there's not one on Sunday.
So it's the only day I have off. But
yeah, I remember that.
What's that? Yeah.
I said, yeah, I remember that, Michelle. I just didn't remember that you had Friday. You started doing it on Fridays. I'm not used to you doing them on Fridays. That's all.
Okay, I'm having that cat litter called Pride, although you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna start like
I'm
looking
sure
at me
they do
funny.
make a
It's like,
flushable cat litter, just like they make flushable tampons. But really, they're not good to
I've
flush.
never had that problem.
You still couldn't do that, but yeah, me neither, Andrew. I use maxi pads.
They
so,
also
yeah, I
make
don't-
flushable wipes. But as any major city or sewage cisterns, you'll tell you, those flushable wipes clog out the sewer pipes because they get caught
Right.
on the rough surfaces of the pipe and they make fatbergs. As another key ingredient to an oh-no situation for the sewer technicians is fatbergs.
Michelle, it's a crazy channel. Michelle, it's a kind of a crazy channel. You might like it in your board time when you're on YouTube, Michelle. It's a channel called Will It Flush. And what they do is they take random things and they try and flush them down the toilet. Like they'll do 100 Kit Kat bars or, a pound of sand. It's called Will It Flush. Check them out sometime. It's
I think a pound of sand
well-
would eventually go, but Kit Kat bars, I don't know. Not happening.
yeah, they do a bunch of random stuff, Andrew. It's really weird. Like,
Oh, I'm sure
30
you can
toy
find a
cars.
1,500-pound human being to make those 100 Kit Kat bars into a big giant pile of Kit Kat shit.
I've not had a Kit Kat in years.
In fact, that's one thing they did do. They dumped on one show. They dumped a whole pile of elephant dung down the toilet to see if it would flush.
I think elephant dung would be a bit hard to flush, though.
Yeah, it would be a little hard to flush because it's a little bit much for most toilet pipes. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if you basically put it in what they call a masticator, which is a machine that basically grinds it up, kind of like a garbage disposal for poo, then maybe it would go down fine. The whole point with the show was to actually show you how to unclog a major clog. Yeah, it was
Yeah, I'll have to look
it
at
was
that
kind of
sometime.
gross.
That's
It's
funny.
like I said, the point is once you plunge or quit, so you know you got a problem.
So, Michelle, what you need to get for Rusty, you need to get Pride cat litter. Rusty.
Pride cat litter?
Sorry.
Is it
Yeah,
rainbow?
Well, Krista was saying there is a flushable cat litter called Pride.
I think that's a gay cat litter for gay cats. It's called Pride cat litter, yeah.
It's like, can you go and buy this for me? I'll just wait
Maybe the
outside.
crystals. There's
Right,
this
right.
thing. There's this cat litter that has a crystals. They're not. It's not clay. It's like a crystals.
Yeah.
Maybe if they're buoyant, they might go down the pipes. But the problem is one thing is clearly obvious in old cities is that their pipes have got a lot of cast iron. And in case of London, they're actually brick-lined sewer vaults. And
I was going to say, Michelle, some of the sewer systems here, I mean, they're like, you're talking like 14th century, you know?
yeah, some of them.
Going back, yeah.
So, what was good for dealing with guano ain't gonna do crap for flushable tampons and handy wipes and everything else. You know.
Do you know what I really hate seeing? Now, obviously, we don't have to wear them nowadays, but when people were wearing the masks and stuff like that, what I hate seeing, hate and still do hate, yeah, it was seeing these masks just left just thrown on the floor, and it's like,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I just think that's vital.
Yeah, no one wants to pick that up and
Yeah,
have to handle it. Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of people like criticize garbage men for having like a crappy job. But I'm sorry,
Cat's
that
Bright
job
cat litter is what I use, and no, it's not flushable because I already
Makes
know.
the world go around, without them, we just have a bunch of shit laying around.
absolutely, absolutely.
I don't think it's a bad job. It pays pretty good.
I was going to say the same thing. It does. It pays very well.
Yeah, I wouldn't see anything wrong. And plus, they find some really good stuff as well. They find some really good treasures. So I kind of always wanted to be one when I was a kid.
Feline pine may be flushable.
I actually once applied for.
Feline pine may be flushable because what is it? It's wood chips. That doesn't mean it can't clog your pipes, though. I mean, you're dumping wood chips down your toilet.
Well, John's saying he remembers during the pandemic it was medical gloves laying around in parking lots. Which, yeah, I've seen that as well. And
yeah. That's gross.
it's just disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know. Right now, the good news is I'm glad the big P is not a problem anymore as much.
The big P.
Pandemic. Although, you know.
Oh yeah.
But
It's not really
but now I gotta deal with the big M, which really
They call
is
it
not a
the
big deal to
plandemic.
heteros.
the
I don't-
big M. What's that?
Monkeypox.
Oh yeah. I've heard of it. That's things. I mean, I've seen pictures of people on the Daily Mail.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that looks horrendous. But apparently, it's not very serious.
I mean, yeah, it's like
No, it's
having
just a
the
major issue. Does that give you mingles?
Oh, do you mean shingles?
Not shingles, but mingles.
Yeah. I thought you meant that, but I don't know, Michelle. I've never seen monkeypox in my life. I don't want to see monkeypox in my life.
Well, you know, it's funny. There's actually that chicken pox. People who have been exposed to the virus theoretically still have it until the day they croak. But then they get shingles.
Isn't monkeypox something similar to smallpox?
No, it's more like chicken pox.
Okay. So it's not obviously as serious, yeah.
It's
Well,
not
so bad.
deadly, except the fact is that contact between two people can spread it, skin to skin contact.
But I'd heard as well that you can actually pick it off bed sheets and things if you were like say I'm worried about housekeepers now because obviously what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly don't want to come down with monkeypox. Already's got a pox.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that in your line of work, wearing gloves is highly recommended.
I do wear gloves, but not rubber gloves.
Yeah, that always is a good idea anyway, because you don't know what's on those sheets.
Because sometimes you got to go out, late at night and pick up rubbish.
Sometimes you can see what's on those sheets, i.e., Amber Heard's turds. Yeah.
Well, she might be in for a shock. She might be in for the monkeypox.
Andrew, how long have you been in the what do you call it?
The hotel industry.
I'm trying to think of the word, like the house. Yeah, the hotel industry.
Oh,
We'll go with that. Yeah. Like basically
just over 15 years.
15 years. Okay, perfect. So, do you have any horror stories you could tell us? Like, what's the worst or craziest thing that you've encountered on the job?
Why don't we start with the most basic thing of all, what is your average day like? Let's start with the average day. Because we always want to hear the horror stories, which is fine.
We get the average day. Andrew greets people. He checks them in. I want to know what's the most horrific thing or craziest thing.
I've seen people come in dressed as superhero. I mean, I once checked on a guy dressed in Spider-Man, and the woman beside him was dressed normally, as it were. But there's so much more. It's hard to just.
Like, you ever just walk into a room and there's just like a big turd?
No, because. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, just like crazy.
Worse than that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the worst thing you've come across? I'm not asking about like weird, but like, what's a crazy, like the weird, like the most horrific thing that you've seen, or like the craziest thing?
It's just damage really to the rooms.
Yeah,
it really is mostly just damage to the rooms. That's the only thing I can. I mean, I know there are things that I've seen that are strange, like I just described, but mostly it's just. If you get a group of people, say a group of 6, and they're young, when I say young, maybe late teens, early 20s, they're gonna be a pain in the ass. You know it. You just know. And that's why you have to take deposits from them, because if they damage the room, they don't get the deposit back. So they'll come down the next day and say, "Oh, we never did that." Well, you did, you know.
Clearly, yeah. Wasn't in that condition when you came in.
And you'll get like arguments and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there are things that I've seen.
Well, I have a little
that
bit of
have been
experience
odd.
working as a housekeeper for doing it for 2 days as a day labor job, and I think the worst experience I have is when I went into one hotel room to clean it up, and the toilet was clearly clogged up. Toilet paper was like overflowing the bowl.
Oh yeah,
Turds.
Michelle, yeah.
Oh man, I'm like. Obviously, I got on my cell phone and I called down to maintenance and said, "Hey, you guys got a problem." So they obviously had to come up with their
unfortunately, Michelle, we
tools,
used to
their
deal
big guns to
we used to deal with
unclog
that
the crap,
ourselves.
literally the crap, out of the toilet. It stunk to high hell.
Yeah.
I'm
it
glad
does.
they told me nicely, just go to the next room. This is just not worth. This is
Well,
not
it's
usable right
strange
now.
you guys talking about this. Now you've got me thinking, Paul, as well. Say before I would finish, you know, if I was doing nights or when I have this guy's long gone. I don't know what happened to him, but he would come in, say at 6:45 in the morning, and he would say, "Can I use your toilets?" I said, "Yeah, that's fine." And the first time, I thought nothing of it, but he was in there for a while.
Right,
I
sure.
thought, what the hell's he doing in there? And he shot all over the walls.
No.
Yeah, literally.
Oh.
And then you found a needle, you know, heroin, you know, shooting up, basically.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The second time, I let him in again. I thought, okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This
Right. Fooled you twice, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
There was no needle the second time, but he did the exact same thing.
Oh.
And it was just when you're wanting to get away, because I was finishing round about that time. And of course,
I won't have to deal with it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go in there. We'll let the morning crew deal with it.
Yeah, sometimes you feel bad when the next shift has to deal with the shit. No pun intended.
Well, very much, exactly. But it turned out it was the boss's ex.
Oh.
It was her ex that was coming in and doing this. Yeah, something had happened between them. So, and this was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. Yeah. And I still see him like roaming about. But it's like he's no fucking toilet.
Right. Nope. Stay away from there.
Not anymore. God, it was. I mean, why would you do that? That's what I don't understand. Unless you, but you obviously had a real angst about her, you know. And they'd obviously had a real bad.
I've never met anybody that mad where I'd want to smear my feces upon the wall. I've never gotten that angry. That's just me, though.
Wasn't it Rosie Kelly said that some homeless people will back up against the wall and drop a big stinker? Yes.
Rosie O'Kelly? I can't imagine Rosie saying that like that. Although, you never know.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, how you doing? And Gianni, exactly. That's pretty much the case. It's like anything else. It seems to spread amongst certain groups, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, but then again, in Africa, then how do you explain it there? You know, is it prostitution? You know, I don't know. The world's such a. But this disease has been around forever, so it's not a new disease.
I might as well ask a question. Maybe you know the answer. I mean, because I have some idea what the answer is. People tend to ask, why are some hotels so expensive? And I'll give my answer first, and let's see if you agree with me on this. One of the reasons why hotels are so expensive is because the fact, for example, is you guys have a full housekeeping staff, full laundry staff. And depending on the hotel, you may have a full pool.
So it's taken what
you got a lot of employees to pay just to keep your room clean, tidy, smelling nice.
Because it's part of the process. It's part of the whole. I mean, you don't ask somebody to come into a hotel and expect them to make their own bed, and because they're there for relaxation, work, whatever, and they don't want to be doing stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right, exactly. I
It's
mean,
just the way it is.
I suppose if you're a 0-star hotel, we basically say, there's the vacuum cleaner, there's the washer, there's the dryer, wash your own sheets.
Believe me,
That's why we're upping
that
the room at $20 a
That
night.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, the more upscale hotels tend to be cleaner. They may have more to offer, such as like a breakfast in the morning or a pool facility, a gym.
Exactly.
So the ones that you pay a bit more for, you get a bit more. They offer a bit more. So,
And that's
So we
going
have
to
to
add to
stop.
the cost because you got to remember that depending on the community where your hotel or motel is, you've got to deal with things like regulations. For example, the pool has to have a certain pH. It has to have a certain amount of chlorine, filtration,
I know nothing about that, and I wouldn't have a clue
and that's going to
about
add up.
anything like that. How that would work. I know about that, but I wouldn't know how to clean a pool or do in a pool. I wouldn't have a clue.
No, I don't
So-
either. That's why That's why we hire technicians to do it. The problem is that they're not cheap. Especially when the state of Connecticut says, "Oh, your pool has to have a certain pH and a certain amount of chlorine and filtration for a commercial
Yeah.
pool."
yeah,
You're not going to sit there.
fuck that.
It's not the same as your backyard pool. Maybe your home pool you can get away by forgetting a little bit of chlorine, but a commercial pool,
Yeah,
no.
it's too much, Michelle. That's too much. I would just fill it up once and hope no one pissed in it. That's the water you're gonna get. It's gonna stay in there for a while. And then that's
It's
all
Oh,
there
that's
is.
just the
chlorine.
problem.
Yeah,
Because you
That'll be
got to
the chlorine.
remember
There you go,
that,
Andrew.
unfortunately, there have been guests who have done more than peed in a pool. Unfortunately.
Listen, I've done it. I'm going to admit that. Yeah. I think we've all done it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, pee is fine. How about basically have a case of the shits?
Okay, that's different. Then you can keep your fucking
Yeah,
pool.
especially if it's the case of like poor Andrew had with his stomach virus. All of a sudden,
I'll
next
just
thing you
take the
know,
L
you
off
see a
of the pool.
broad pile
Oh,
of
I was not
yuck
near
coming out
any
of a person's
pools.
butt.
Andrew wasn't shitting in the
Nothing.
pool, Michelle. I mean, he was at home in the comforts of his home using a toilet.
So I don't know how I picked that thing
Yeah,
up.
but
and-
imagine if you had all of a sudden had an attack right there when you're swimming with your family. And I'm not talking about where you can get enough time to climb go into the men's room, and next thing you know, what you basically get this
I
comes
mean, if
out
you're
at the
randomly
most
shitting
inopportune
yourself
time.
like
That's
that, you
enough
can't.
to actually cause the pool to be closed.
I
for
mean, if you get
everybody
random shit
until-
attacks, Michelle,
Until the
if you
pool
get
man
re-
comes in and recertifies of the state and make sure it's brought back to proper spec, and that's going to add up to the bill too.
and if you get random shit attacks, Michelle, you probably shouldn't be in public. You should probably just confide yourself in the convenience of your own home.
Well,
Your own
sometimes
home,
it
which I did.
happens, though. I mean,
Which I did.
sometimes it can happen. It has happened a couple times, and the problem is that just totally is inconvenient for the staff. Totally inconvenient because now they have to shut the pool. Then they have to go through. Get the state of Connecticut, or in the state of Connecticut in this case, involved. That has to go ahead and inspect, make sure that the pool's sanitized, all this, drain the water in some cases. It's not good, but that adds to the cost because you don't know in the hospitality industry what you're going to deal
I can't
with.
remember the last time I ever used either a public pool or a private pool. I can't remember the last time. It's been so long.
It's
And
been a while for me too, as well.
yeah, I can't remember.
Probably like 2009.
I think probably even longer for me, to be
That was
honest.
for me. I'd say 2009 for me. So yeah, about 12, 13 years.
Right.
I was going to go swimming in the indoor public pool or the private pool at the Roadway Inn. The problem was the chlorine was so strong in there. And I was afraid my hair would break off because the chlorine was so strong. And I went, no, I'm not going swimming in there.
You might have.
First
you
of
might
all,
have
it
gotten
was
bleached
humid. It was
as well.
hot in that. It was an indoor pool. I said, no, I'm not going swimming in that pool because the chlorine was too strong. I mean, but that's the nature again.
I think it's more fun in the sea, like say at the
Yeah,
beach.
like in a natural body
Sea's
of
fine,
water.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sea's fine if you can keep the jellyfish away.
I can agree with that, Andrew.
Oh yeah,
Oh, geez.
yeah. Jellyfish. Now you're putting me off again, Michelle. Because that's one of my biggest fears as well.
First time I
Yeah,
went to
it's hard to
Muscomac
bet.
with my
It won't kill you,
family.
though, Andrew.
First time I
No,
went to
but-
Muscomac with my family with my freshman year in high school, we got stung over and over and over again by
I've
jellyfish
never been stung by
in the
jellyfish. I
ocean.
don't like the sound of it.
And
Did you piss on the stings? Did you pee on it, Michelle? Because that's the cure for it. You're supposed to pee on it because it has ammonia. Did you pee on your wounds?
No, I didn't. But the thing is it was just
what
a
you're
real
supposed to do.
turn off. Just the fact that you go in the water, those things float up to you, the tentacles touch your skin, and all of a sudden you're like feeling instant burning sensation. But yeah, I mean, now of course, just like the movie Jaws, Cape Cod is under attack by great whites. So no swimming for me. No, actually.
What about an electric eel? You guys ever encounter an electric
Never,
eel?
and I don't want to encounter one ever at all. I just don't like the sound of
How do they make
being
electricity in
electrocuted.
water? How do they make that electricity? It's crazy.
It is actually, isn't it? It's pretty. It's weird how that's possible.
Yeah, in water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Now, does your hotel have a continental breakfast? Because
It does now. We actually stopped doing cooked breakfast during the pandemic, and we've sort of like kept it that way. And it seems to have worked out okay in the end. But people do still like a cooked breakfast.
What do you guys have? Like pastries and coffee?
It's all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
like that and cereals and
yeah, because like when I was in the
before all
Roadway
this, it
Inn
was-
as a guest, they had was continental breakfast. They used to have a kitchen, but then I
But
guess
the
it's
kitchen's still
because the
there,
place
which is
was
strange because
under
it's not used.
was under new transition to the new owner, which is the Roadway Inn. They kind of stopped having use in the kitchen. So, you go over to the main check-in. There you'll be cereal and things like that, donuts, pastries, and stuff. They have that all
Well,
day
they're
long.
downstairs, and they'll all come out. But you'll still get like people saying, "Where can I get a cooked breakfast? Why you not give me a cooked breakfast?" It's like it is coming back. It's coming back, but not just now. you know. Which is stupid because what's cooked breakfast gonna do? I mean,
So
Right,
I
what's the
suppose
harm
you're
in
gonna
that?
breaking the heart if
Exactly,
you
I
told
know.
them you're
I've-
gonna have to go to the Denny's down the street because unfortunately we're not having it yet.
well, that's pretty much what you're having to tell people, and they'll say you'll have to say to them, "Okay, there's a place over there you can get a cooked breakfast," and it could be another hotel. So
Right.
you're not allowed to say that. You've got to like point them to some sort of like
Yeah,
crap.
general
Traffic.
area.
Yeah. So it's like, and
You
I love a cooked breakfast. I
You can
love
get
it.
a good cooked breakfast at the hotel down the street, but they spit in it. So I mean, eat at your own risk.
Right.
If you want to go there, that's fine. But
I remember in my case when I was at the Roadway Inn, we Dory and me decided to go to Christie's, which was a restaurant not too far from the Roadway Inn. Okay, this is before I had knee problems like I do now, but I did have hip problems then. We walked over to Christie's, and they had good steaks and everything because we finally did come back and buy some. When I saw the menu, I was very, very dumbfounded by the prices for a steak. I quietly told Dory, "Sorry, I can't afford this place. Let's get the hell out of here before anybody complains."
Michelle, that's going to get worse. That's only going to
Oh, I
get worse
know.
because
And that
of
was
the-
back in 2015. I can imagine what it's like now.
Right.
What? $50 a steak? It was like $30.
Yeah, I don't really eat steak, so but everyone I know loves steak. It's like, why do you like steak? Why do you like steak? It's like I'm a lazy eater. I'm a lazy
Alright,
chewer.
okay.
all right. I mean, I'd rather have a good hamburger than a good steak.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I scan it.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hello, Skynet.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah,
Good
turn up your
evening.
volume a little bit. It's a little soft.
Greetings.
How loud do you want me to go,
That's better.
lady?
That's good.
Louder?
Yeah,
Just a tad
that's
bit louder,
fine,
she
that's
said.
fine.
I think.
Louder.
Is that good, Michelle? Can you hear him?
Yeah, it's fine. I said that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, good. How you doing?
Do you get sharks as far north as where you are? Yes. We're
Nothing.
actually seeing sharks up all the way
Dave,
by
you
Boston and
get
Cape
sharks?
Cod.
I don't think you're loud enough, Skynet.
Dave,
I
you
don't
get
think
sharks
I'm loud
here,
enough either.
man.
Oh, you better crank it up a bit more.
There are a lot of shark attacks going on, and that's because there's not enough food in the ocean.
Right. Because all the animals right now are quietly hoarding their own food stashes. That's kind of a joke, but it's actually
Just-
kind of serious in a way.
Just like Tinder, the sharks are going after the fishes.
But the fishes
be
are
onto
nowhere to be
something.
found because they're
There's blood in the
choosing
water.
they're choosing to stay in other water. So now the sharks are actually eating sharks too.
Right, now that monkeypox is confirmed to be STD related, bisexual men and women are just sticking to casual, straight sex like they should.
That's good.
Yeah,
Right.
but Skynet apparently, I mean, this disease has been in the go since the 50s, and you can pick it up literally from touching a duvet cover.
Well, I never touch anybody's asshole on the first date, so
I don't either. At least.
Well,
Only-
like, I
yeah,
think
not
what
with my tongue, at least.
Andrew's saying is being he works in housekeeping, he probably, like he said, he has to be very careful because he could get from just
No, you
changing
don't
the
get
linens
great
on a
whites up
bed.
here. You don't get great whites, no. But you do get sharks, obviously, up here. Yeah. But not great whites.
Yeah, the butthole is definitely like third date stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's one of the. But it does seem to be getting a bit out of hand, doesn't it? This monkeypox thing.
Against the wind. Good morning.
I blame the gays.
Hey, against the wind. How you doing?
Yeah, they're the one
I
who
don't
brought
think
it.
anybody necessarily has anything against the shark. I just would say for the sharks to stay to your side of the ocean, I'll stay to my side of my ocean, okay?
I think they have brought it over to the European countries and the Americas as well.
Michelle, when was the last time you went to the beach?
2000, no, not even that. The Ocean Beach, I'd say probably about 1988.
Oh, wow. 30 years ago? 35 years ago?
See, small.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Was
You
that his
can't
mic?
eat-
That's a
Were you
long
Michael?
time.
What did you wear? Did you wear swim trunks, Michelle, or did you wear a bathing suit? Who did you go to the beach as?
I certainly did not go naked, if that's what you mean.
Right.
No, Michelle.
I would.
He was like-
Did you get sand in your vagina?
Oh, yeah.
I think quite a lot of people around here do.
Definitely got sentiment cooter. Thank you very much. And that's the one thing I kind of hated. But
You got some crumbs in your cooter?
Definitely got that. Thank you very much.
Got some crumbs in your cooter? Okay.
see, small.
Oh god,
Jaws. Dun-dun-dun.
you can't beat a bit of Jaws.
Well, anyway, the point of the matter is
Especially on the right
what's
person.
going on right now in Cape Cod is exactly what the story Jaws is all about, and that is that the sharks have just been looking for munchies.
When did
And
Jaws
if they
come
see a
out?
couple succulent human bodies, they're going to be munching on you.
I'm googling.
Just
now.
like Jaws jumped over.
1975. Wow.
I didn't know it was that old.
I thought Jaws was actually an 80s thing.
Same.
How far is Winston to the coach? About an hour
Excuse
away by car. Going in a flat double nickel. To
Did you eat all those
Hammonasset State
cupcakes,
Beach.
Michelle?
Yeah,
you
I know,
cupcake-
I did and I didn't. I did eat most of them with Krista did.
Yeah.
Okay, Skynet.
Were they good? Were you eating them while you were driving the truck?
You gotta like that soundboard, huh?
Do you have a little bit of gas, Michelle?
Hey, that's double gas.
Let out a little bit of a toot.
Well, right now I think Andrew is starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm sure he's still got some
Yeah,
remnants
much
of
better.
what his stomach ailment.
Yep, absolutely much better. I've got a chicken casserole in the crock pot, and
You
that
know,
will
I
be-
don't really know if killer whales normally go after humans. I don't really hear much about that. But I
wouldn't
do
want to
know
take my
that to
chances.
other animals in the ocean, killer whale can
I wouldn't want to
certainly...
either, but I would feel comfortable letting Michelle figure it out.
You ever see how many of those teeth those killer whales
So
have in
you
them?
will.
Michelle, if you were in Scotland with Andrew or vice versa, and his stomach was not feeling well, how would you take care of Andrew, Michelle?
Now this is going to be an interesting answer.
Probably some Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Those old routines. Come on, maybe something decent.
You wouldn't like rub his stomach for him, or you know, I hear a blowjob
yeah,
is
I
really
mean,
good for stomach ache.
No,
I would try to cook food that's
Sorry,
not going to
sorry,
stuff
sorry.
us. Maybe make a nice broth or a soup
No,
that would
I was told by the nurse to drink 7
provide
or
something
Sprite.
simple to
Oh,
drink
okay,
and
yeah.
easy
Clear
to
Clear
handle.
soda. Yeah.
Yeah, I was told just to drink 7 or Sprite.
Clear soda's good, yeah.
Yeah, and I bought Imodium, you know, and seemed to.
I
work,
don't know. People
so-
talk about ginger ale
And
because
he's a
ginger
grown-ass
ale.
man. You don't need no one taking care of him.
Because
Exactly.
they say ginger ale is good for stomach ailments, which
That's another one.
may be
Yep.
true.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is sorry, honey, Sprite is not ginger ale. Okay.
No, it's a clear pop.
Yeah, but she did say to drink that, you know.
Yeah, clear fluids. They're good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you ever have a hot toddy?
Good old clean water, but maybe make a nice light soup.
Oh, I got fed up with water, Michelle. I can't do water.
You ever sip on some bourbon to cure a cold, Michelle?
No.
He means like a hot toddy, like
Yeah.
a warm whiskey.
I've heard of that.
Hot toddy.
Yep, warm whiskey with lemon, honey in it, and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I mean, we got given that as kids.
Yeah, orcas do hunt
If
together.
you're cold.
They also will take down a shark the same way because they can use their sonar as a weapon.
Michelle, I know you don't like guns, Michelle. Would you ever get a harpoon?
No, because
Just for the apartment?
first of all, harpoons are burbed, and so once you basically shoot someone, it's just like with a taser, the stupid sucker's gonna stick in there.
Yeah.
And then
What
you're
about a
gonna
net
have to
gun,
use
Michelle?
a Bowie knife to cut it out of the person. That's not exactly what I
They're
call.
gonna be dead.
How about a net
Jeez.
gun?
That's assuming you didn't go all the way through the person and impale them, just like what was it? The snowman there said, "Oh, I've been impaled." Yeah, the harpoon would basically go right through you.
Okay,
I heard a lady got impaled at the beach by an umbrella. You guys hear about that?
Yeah, I heard of
Yeah,
that.
Oh wow.
Because the
New
wind,
Jersey, Florida.
because the wind picked up the umbrella and it just flung it.
Really?
Pointy tip
Well,
right at her.
Look at
Oh
that
my
guy.
God.
Look at the guy on stage. He was just doing a speech in New
She
Jersey.
loved going to the
yeah.
beach, but she didn't know.
He
She
was
just
stabbed in the
didn't
neck
know.
and stuff. you
Yeah,
know.
that Russian guy or whatever. Not Russian,
Yeah.
but I know who you're talking
I know
about.
yeah, I can't remember his name, but
Yep. Yeah,
he
he got
was
stabbed like 50
tons of
times or
times,
something.
yeah. He's okay.
Like,
He's one of the.
like back to the umbrella situation. No, that's basically God just javelined her. Like he literally took the umbrella and just
Right.
javelined her. That's crazy.
It's
I'm
not
going
good.
to an outdoor event today, and if there's an umbrella there, I'm keeping my eye out on that thing.
Maybe the penguin.
I'm not
you
looking
know.
for a gunman. I'm looking at that goddamn umbrella. Jesus Christ.
So what do you
These
think
umbrellas
is?
nowadays.
I'm wondering when it's going to happen. When prices finally, if they ever stabilize. Because I'm still wondering
ISIS?
the prices. Prices of
Oh.
things in the store, especially food, because they say that more than likely the Senior Citizens League has said that for January they say that the cost of living adjustment could be anywhere from 9.8 to 10.2%.
They will, yeah, they're going to stabilize all right, but a very high inflation rate. And that's going to be the problem. Because other things aren't going up at the same time.
Well, at
Wages
least the
aren't going
good
up.
news is when we have a
That's the-
deflationary trend, you don't see your disability benefits go.
Well, instead of giving all those retards in the Ukraine all that money, why didn't we just put that into our own economy?
Couldn't agree with
That
you
would
more.
really suck, honestly, if you can imagine that. Cost of living says the CPIE goes down. Then they say, well, geez, and the negative numbers. Oh, now time to bring down the Social Security down to a negative numbers. And all of a sudden,
And then
everybody
see
goes,
when
you
Taiwan
son
kicks
of
off,
a
that's
nutcracker,
gonna be
why do
another
you do that
incident,
to me?
you know?
I still gotta pay for my medical, I still gotta pay for my housing, I still gotta pay for this. Yeah, the seniors would be screaming. But why do we give money to foreign countries? I don't know. Considering the fact is that the American people have not gotten any help. Everybody keeps asking me about the stimulus check. Go move to Ukraine. There's your stimulus check. Just don't get shot in the process.
They're getting the stimulus. They're getting the stimulus right now, and not just from the UK and the US. They're getting it from Russia as well, but in a different form.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to deal with. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of things come from there, like in terms of food and, like, you know, and things that are used to make certain foods. But surely there has to come a time where you have to start relying on your own self, your own country, and the country have to look after itself, you know?
Well, like Donald Trump said, America first. We need to think of Americans first, not last. That's what Biden's doing. He's thinking of us last. The American people need help, and he's not giving a crap. And no, he did not shit the bed, and no, he did not shit in the pool. But he certainly don't give a shit about America either.
No. But he is probably, I don't know, I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. He's an old man, right? But so is Donald Trump, but at least he had a little bit more emphasis on his own country, you know, instead of just throwing money left, right, and centre to everyone that was in dire straits. And at the end of the day, let countries sort things out between themselves. Okay, it might end up in a total disaster, but that's their disaster.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be ours, you know.
I mean,
it will affect us in some ways, but I think all these sanctions were unnecessary because it's affecting us at the same time.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is that Joe Biden seems to be very selfish.
Yeah.
Because you're right, he's not focusing on America. He's got his own little goal and saying is, screw America, Ukraine first.
Do you think he's trying to be some sort of hero or something like that and trying to go out with a bang, you know?
You know what's interesting though? The Supreme Court has said that Joe Biden's moratorium on oil and gas is unconstitutional because it's overreaching. He does not have the legal right to do a moratorium on oil and gas drilling. Okay. So the good news is the Supreme Court has told him to go pound sand. People have the right to drill for oil and gas, and they can't stop them. Which is good, because we got to get the prices of fuel down, which will help slowly to bring down the cost of everything else.
I know. We've got to get the prices of a lot of things down, not just fuel, because it's just going to go, by October, it's going to go sky high. Electric, gas, you name it, it's just going to go through the roof. I'm even noticing it now.
Yep.
You know, the changes.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now too.
I really am. So he has to do something. I don't know what he can do. I mean, I'm not in that position. I wouldn't know what to do personally.
Well, like the Supreme Court said, he has no legal right to set a moratorium on who can drill for oil, who can drill for gas, how much energy, electricity you can generate, how much coal you can buy. He has no legal right to set those limits.
So, but then, as I've said before as well, and a lot of people I know, tax the big oil companies. because a lot of them are untaxable for some strange reason. Get the money back off those. There's something not right there. And this green energy thing, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
No, it's not.
You need
It's-
you need.
It doesn't have a
Fossil.
good plan. It's too fast, too sudden, and not. And they didn't deal with the afterthought. What happens with all the old solar panels that you take off people's house that are ready to be recycled? What,
Right.
us recycle? Gee, I'll just send it over to China. No. No. You know what?
We've had this recycling thing drummed into our heads. I mean, all my life, as far as I can remember. But we still seem to be going, according to the governments,
It
in
seems
the
to
wrong
me
direction.
kind of bothersome
you know?
that there's also I mean, a solar panel that's 25, 30 years old, it still generates electricity, just not as much. But, you know, there's not too much market for used panels. But I'm sure some people would buy a couple. I mean, like, but then again, you might say, well, gee, if I'm selling you a used panel for $60, and the same one brand new costs $240.
Michelle, how much beer does Ed have left?
What's that?
How much beer does Ed have left?
24 or 48 cans? 48 cans.
Brand new case?
Yeah.
I don't think he should buy him a new case if he's got that much, surely.
Anyway, so the point is that pointing out was that some of these environmentally conscious people said, "Where's the recycling programs?
Are you charging $1 per can?
Where's the recycling programs for these lithium-ion car batteries?" Well, you know what? You know what the recycling programs are? They're a pipe dream because they have no standardized recycling system. Car batteries, I mean, standard lead acid car battery is pretty simple. Well, that's no problem to recycle car batteries. But the thing is the solar panels are like, oh, we have to disassemble these and carefully take them apart.
Guys.
But the truth is, they need a recycling program. You can't just keep making solar panels and throw the damn old ones in the landfills. That goes against everything the Green Initiative is supposed to be. That ain't no Green New Deal. That's just the same old waste, use and dispose of when you're done deal. It's just
How come you don't own any?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you own any?
Because I can't afford to buy panels. Otherwise, I would
You
have
said
bought.
they're just throwing them in the trash.
They're not throwing them in the trash in my area because we don't have any solar panels in this area. At least not by me, anyway.
But
Yes, the
you're claiming
video
that
card
people
has
are
got
throwing them
two.
away.
The video card has two bidders on it. Actually, it's the same
Oh
bidder.
my god.
It's the same bidder, but he still wants it. Right now, it's going for $13.50. Auction.
Yeah, he's gonna get it for 13.
$13.50.
Nobody else is bidding?
Not right now, but you still got about 5 days left. That was the price that eBay suggested. $13 sounds fine. And considering the fact that right now it's we can get that, I'll be happy. And I'm gonna get at least that. So
How much did you charge in shipping?
I'm charging calculated shipping based on what they said per price of £3. It sounds about right. Because it comes in a box. The box size that they gave numbers for was a bit smaller than what the box here is. This box is huge. It's padded on the inside.
You want to sell that massager of yours, Michelle?
Apparently, this guy, as I said in the review, in the description, I said you need to know how to do BGA repairs. The card will kind of stir, but you're gonna have to. Once you boot up Catalina, it just crashes.
Michelle, You strike
No,
me
that
as the
car is not
person that likes
under
to take it. Michelle, you strike me as the kind of person that likes to take apart stuff and put it back together. Have you ever taken apart your massager?
No, but Abe has taken apart the same one I got. And he
Who?
pointed
Abe?
out Abe, AVE,
I,
on his channel. He said basically it's a pretty simple mechanism, really. It's just a motor controller and a couple of lithium ion or nickel metal hydride batteries. So
Do you think he, after he took it apart, he still stuck it inside of him just to see if it all fit?
it was his wife's.
Did she stick it inside of her?
I don't know.
He didn't review that.
Hi, Rusty. How you doing, kitty cat? Yeah, what's going
Rusty
on?
butthole, everybody!
hey, it's
Here we go.
Rusty.
Rusty butthole, let's go.
Let's get Rusty on the camera here.
Rusty,
You know
crusty.
You know the position, Rusty.
Ah, you got a massage waiting for you on. I see it. Yeah, there's a massage waiting for you over there on.
What's this thing?
You ever
Let's
put the
see.
massager on Rusty?
Actually, I have, but he doesn't like
No,
the
no,
noise of
Michelle,
it.
No,
please don't
Michelle.
answer that.
I ran
do you
out. I
mean?
put
What?
a massager on his back, and he
On his back end? Yeah.
just was not impressed by it. He's like, yuck.
Yeah. He probably prefers your tongue, Michelle.
Blink. See, people think I pushed the camera in his face.
There we go.
Probably likes the tongue better.
Butthole right there.
Yeah, but you don't want to give Rusty monkeypox on anything like that.
This should be against the law, Michelle.
What is?
Showing off your cat's butthole every day.
So why is this
Well,
instinct
you would
to,
think
to turn
you
his
would-
asshole towards you, Michelle?
You would honestly, seriously, you would think that if they're so worried about people showing skin,
Mhm.
you would think they would be
Yeah.
against showing people cats showing their privates too, right?
I'm personally against it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean-
I'm not comfortable looking at Rusty's butt all the time, Michelle.
Bella doesn't
That's
do
why
it,
I
to be
don't
fair,
show
I'm
his
glad she
butthole.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
all right, come on, Rusty.
Yeah,
Stop
no.
seeing you wink your butthole at me all the time, Michelle. Now I gotta see fucking Rusty.
Excuse me, the only butt. I mean, you call my mouth a butthole?
Calling your butthole a butthole.
I call it a south mouth.
That's one way of putting it, I guess.
Self updater, would you like to restart Steam now? Update? Yeah, no.
Yeah, Chris, I'm fine now. Don't worry, honestly.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like, what types of comedy do you like? Me? I don't like the really raunchy, nerdy, gross stuff where you talk about people's privates and you start using 5-letter words that basically make people
Like
look
pussy?
like a bunch of imbeciles. I don't like that kind of comedy.
Where's
You
some
like,
cock?
Head down. All right. I don't like that kind of comedy. I think that kind of comedy sucks. But I
What
do.
kind of? What are your favorite comedians, Michelle? Who do you like, comedian-wise?
I got you.
I like George Carlin to a point. I think he's okay.
Well, he's dirty. You just said he's dirty.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is a bit.
He's a raunchy comedian.
But some of the newer ones like take it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
I do, Mr. Happy, but I think it's a little bit over exaggerated.
Mr. Happy says, Andrew, do you like the Still Game? What's that?
Yeah, it's like a comedy that's set in a really rough part of Glasgow, and it's just
No,
basically,
John
like,
Heyman, the
old
card
people
is not under
drinking and
warranty.
folk taking drugs and stuff like that, and thinking it's funny.
Real rough side.
You like Jim Carr? He's a pretty good.
Jimmy Carr, Jimmy Carr's
Carr,
pretty
yeah,
good.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Carr.
You have to deal
He's
with
very funny.
Rastafarians in Glasgow.
I wouldn't know. I don't live there. You might have to ask them.
Do they ever sing about it?
They'll do when they go to jail. You see, I can't do this because I'm a Rastafarian.
Shit.
Well, surely you'd know that.
No, I don't know much about jail.
Oh, right, okay. I forgot. But no, I don't really like it. I think it was funny in its original few series, but it got a little bit repetitive after a while, Mr. Happy.
Yeah,
Michelle, what do you know about jail?
nothing. It's just what I know. It's what I heard about.
You don't
from
want to,
different
trust
songs
me.
about
You don't
jail.
want
What about Ed?
Let's hear
Ed
it.
strikes me as the kind of guy that's been a few times.
Yeah, he's been in the county. Definitely the drunk tank a few times.
Oh, by the way, I did some research into the state of Connecticut. When was the last time we had a county government? It was 1960. A legislation was passed in 1959 to dissolve the county governments. Additional documentation was passed in 1961 to keep them dissolved. The thing is I think it will not be long. This is my opinion that county governments might actually consider raising their head, considering Connecticut only has 8 counties.
Sean, are you far from City Hall by chance?
No, not. It's not too far.
No?
No.
Could we do a virtual tour of the Winstead City Hall sometime?
It's not much to say. 3 floors of administrative offices.
Michelle, you should go do a First Amendment audit. I think that'd be amazing.
You should protest for Donald Trump.
This
You
is
go,
a
Michelle, you
Republican
can go.
town. Protesting with Donald Trump would be just like bringing a cold to Newcastle. This is a Republican community.
That's an old expression. I've not heard that used in years. That
People
People
expression.
wouldn't know how to like argue with you because you're, you.
Yeah. I think it'd be great.
Because this is so Republican, we don't even have a Democratic headquarters in Winstead. I'm not kidding you, we don't. The nearest Democratic headquarters is in Torrington.
Look,
Shall
guys,
you ever-
I'm gonna head off. Sorry, Skynet, to interrupt you. I'm gonna drop off and get my dinner sorted out, and I will see you guys for
Get that
tonight's
crock
show.
pot
All right, so
going.
we'll see
It's
you
gonna be
tonight.
fun, mate.
So we'll see you
Take care.
tonight on the night show.
Take
then.
care. No worries, bud. Take care,
All
guys.
right.
All right, so we'll see you tonight on the night show. Okay.
See, now you gotta go live, Michelle. Your boyfriend's gonna be.
Yeah, night show. Andrew's coming on. Yeah. Maybe get in the leopard nighty for the night show. Leopard nighty.
See you later. Okay, talk to you later. Andrew. See you tonight on the night show, most likely.
Michelle, you ever play pin the tail on the donkey?
No, not since I was in first grade, and I'm not really interested in that.
You ever play hopscotch?
Again, not since first grade.
You ever drink scotch?
No, I don't drink scotch.
You ever use Scotch tape?
Huh?
You ever use Scotch tape?
Yeah, but I don't drink
Have you ever-
Scotch tape.
Have you ever Scotch guarded your furniture?
I usually comes when it already had it, but
Fair enough.
all right. John
What's your
Heyman
thoughts
wants to
on
come real quick.
butterscotch?
Hold on, man. Let's get John Heyman in here real quick, okay?
You like butterscotch?
Go ahead. John
You like
Heyman.
thongs? You like to dance around your apartment for Ed and get him started, get him to that bed.
Hi. So anyway, how you doing, John? Anyway,
I'm doing okay. Do you like to wear thongs and get excited?
you know who I don't see yet here on the show is where's Craig Senior?
Oh, I
Probably
thought you were
sleeping
gonna
in.
say Yam Ranch.
Yeah, where's Yam?
Yeah, man. It's been a while. It's the weekend.
To answer your question, the warranty on the car long expired, long ago. 'Cause
Whose car? Michelle, I didn't know you had a car.
I'm talking about the cards I'm selling on eBay. Because it was originally secondhand when the guy flashed it with the Mackie FI boot ROM. And some would say, "Dear Michelle, why don't you find a way to get the ROM off the card and put it into your computer. Well, might be able to. The problem is that I'm not sure which is the RAM or the SD
I'm
RAM or
surprised you
SRAM.
started the price at $13. That seems a little low.
Michelle, was it?
That's
you said
what
there's some.
that's what eBay suggested, and I said, "Well, that sounds like as good as price as any." You know.
You said it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. It
eBay
just reminds me of
suggested
World of Warcraft. Where
$13
it'd be
for
like,
an unworking
oh well,
card.
they said
and
it's only worth 1 gold, so trashed it.
Michelle, you said it was owned by an
Trash.
you said it was
At the
owned by an
seller,
alcoholic.
and I
Michelle?
did say this up front in my description. For those of you who have not seen the description, let me pull this up on the screen
I
so
knew
you
she was
guys
gonna
can
do that.
see this. This
Michelle, you said it was.
Michelle, I trust you. You don't need to show us the
You
description.
said it was owned by an
no, I
alcoholic.
know, I'm
Michelle,
just-
someone.
Okay.
You said someone spilled some. You said Ed spilled rum on it, Michelle. Ed spilled rum on the video card.
no,
Can't get the rum off the video
No.
card. You
I
said.
didn't spill anything on the video card. It just,
Oh, I
I
thought
just
you
got
said
a
rum.
bad solder joint, and it's just stopped working properly, and now it's getting a CRC error in the RAM or in the video
wait,
RAM,
but-
causing the computer to crash. So.
Ed drinks rum.
I thought you said Ed spilled rum on it. You can't get rum off the video card or
Probably
something.
just needs a Windows computer. You know.
Yeah.
No, we know
Probably.
what the problem is. This card's good.
Yeah,
this card
Windows.
is similar to that one, except this one works.
It's in a Mac. That's the problem.
Yeah, this card works, but it's a PC card. It's not reflashed.
Michelle, you ever played Doom?
No, I have seen it
Definitely.
played.
Never?
No, I'm not interested in it though.
You've never played Doom.
No,
What about Wolfenstein?
I haven't played that either. I do know the game
Maybe-
though.
Maybe you're more of
Why?
a console gamer and just don't know it.
Guys, to be
Yeah, you
honest
ever
with
play
you,
Super
please
Mario?
keep in mind I got into the gaming late in the season.
You ever
I got
play
into
Super
the game
Mario?
late in the season, into the gaming. I didn't start out that way. Alright, so here we go. Here's the card right here. Okay, there's a current bid on it. This is the description. Let me read it to you. There's the card there. And it
Shit,
says
Scottish Dave is gonna
Gigabyte
move
AMD
into the
Radeon
apartment next door.
R9280. There's the model number. 3 gigabyte GDR5. PCIe Mac EFI boot. Has Mac EFI boot screen on all ports. Sadly, it crashes once it gets to an
Michelle,
operating
why
system.
the fuck are you reading it? We get it. What's
I'm
the
gonna finish
point?
reading it.
Oh,
Once it gets to the operating system. Further testing shows a bad solder joint on one of the BGA chips under the beefy heatsink. If you know how to do BGA surface mount, this could be a nice card. Sadly, I had no heat pad, so I used aluminium foil on one of the chips to see if it helped. I got the card to pass basic Mac post, but that's all. It does show the boot screen, but when the AMD driver of Mac OS Catalina's boots, it crashes and restarts the computer. This card is just a card, no cables, no prayers, and no promises it works. The good news is the ports do work on initial boot, and thus the main GPU BGA is okay. It has DVI, HDMI, and 2 mini display ports. So, there you go. Honest advertising. Knock it off with the music. Come on, you know this. Y'all know the drill, right? Yes.
sorry, I'm just trying to figure out your hearing level. So once I find that that sweet spot,
Play some Moonlight Sonata. That's royalty free, right?
Scott Steve said, "Oh, what's this down here?
According to
Let's see,
Michelle,
yeah.
it is until she uses it on her show, then she owns the
Says, hey,
royalties.
folks, Scott Steve says, if I moved into room 10 in your apartment building, would you be okay with that? I don't have a problem with that.
Dave wants to know about the gay scene in Winstead. How's the gay scene?
To my knowledge, there isn't any. Or at least there's no public one.
Oh, there's got to be.
Dried up?
So it's like it's shunned upon over there, Michelle. It's looked down upon over there. You have to be a closeted gay in Winstead.
I bet Jimmy knows.
transgender.
There are gay bars in Connecticut, yes, but they're not in Winston, though.
I bet Jimmy's gay, Michelle.
How far
No,
away
he's
would you have
not.
to
He's
travel
het.
to go to the gay bar?
No, Jimmy's cisgendered. He's not even gay at all.
Where's the closest gay bar at, Michelle?
Probably Farmington, Avon area.
How far is that? Where's that at?
That's about 9-10 miles, maybe.
Oh.
I might go further than that. Maybe about 20 miles. No,
I bet you went to a gay bar and didn't even know it.
I did go to one in Willimantic, where I lived in Willimantic. It was a pretty quiet scene. There wasn't too many people there. There wasn't too
You
many
hook up with
lesbians.
anyone?
There was not too many lesbians there. There were a few gay guys, but there wasn't too many lesbians.
Did you get hit on?
No.
Anyone buy you a drink?
No, I spent a lot of money on Diet Cokes over there, though.
Anybody compliment you on your chest?
What? Oh, my chest. Yeah, there was some. Um,
I'd
Right.
buy you a cup of soup and a fucking root beer. How about that?
is Sean
root
a
beer?
nice looking bottom, a good looking top? What Sean are you talking about? You're not talking about Krista's. You're not talking about. You're not talking about. I can't believe I forgot her name. Oh, Sherry's ex or late husband, are you?
Jesse?
Jesse. No, that's her ex-husband. Her late husband's name was Sean.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I mix them up, Michelle. I get them mixed up. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like,
you like
I
drag
can't
queens? You meant dressed like women? Yeah, there are transvestites. There are drag queens. Yes. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in dating men.
Hey, Michelle, do you know a girl named Wendy, Michelle? I heard that Krista's husband, Ray, has a girlfriend named Wendy. Do you know who that is?
No.
No, you
don't
don't know
think so.
Wendy? Okay.
And
Okay.
if that is not true, don't even start Krista off on that, because I don't think she wants bullshit.
Oh, okay.
being
Well, I mean,
said.
that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Word on the street was that he had a side chick named Wendy.
This is back in around 2000, guys. I want to say that we paid maybe about $2 a glass.
2000, the good old days.
$2 a glass for Diet Coke.
Get a burger for $1, you know? Burger and fries for $1.
I was just a young man in high school back then.
Well, anyway, the point is that it was okay. I really wasn't impressed by the scene. I was like, there's nobody here. And I came a couple different nights, and there wasn't really that too many people there. I think later on they went out of business because they just couldn't get enough people to come to the bar to make it economically feasible. I don't think it's necessary. I think that's just it. I think they were trying to reach out to the wrong clientele. Now, if it was a bar catering to the local Latino community, that would have been completely different, because that would have been packed.
What are you trying to say about the Latino community, S.A.?
Well, the bar was located right in the middle of a Puerto Rican
You gotta
neighborhood.
fucking wipe that shit off your mouth and rethink what you're saying.
No, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying is that there was a lot of Latinos in my community in Willimantic. If they had the bar was catering to them, they would have done fantastic.
Yeah.
But they were
What are
marketing
you trying
for.
to say? They need tacos and burritos?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about Puerto Rican community primarily. But the thing
What would a
is,
tailored Mexican bar or Hispanic bar be for you, Michelle? What would a tailored Hispanic bar be?
well, the point was the bar was focused on the wrong community,
Snow
and it
Queen?
didn't.
Snow Queen.
And it
Answer the
did-
question, Snow Queen.
But the point I'm trying to say, if I may finish, is because they
Cinco
were
de Mayo.
marketing to the wrong group. They didn't really have enough of the clientele to make it successful.
I mean, what should they have, Michelle? A mariachi band, and just serve Coronas and tequila, and have maybe a riding bowl, one of those mechanical bowls.
I drank, and as far as the Diet
Mexico
Cokes
blend.
go, I think I drank about 10 of them one night. Just drink Diet Cokes and 10
Really,
of
Forrest
they
Gump.
were
I
$2
had about
a
15
glass.
Dr. Peppers.
They were $2 a glass at the time. So you're drinking about 10 of them. That's 20 smackers just to drink.
Woo!
Diet
You must
Coke.
have been burping something serious that night.
Oh, I
Fuck.
was talking to the barkeep most of the time. It was a guy. He was just.
I bet.
I heard
It
that
was
Diet Coke's a
quiet. There
laxative.
wasn't really anybody in there at the time I came in, so it was like.
So this was a gay bar.
This is a
For
gay
Latinos,
bar,
you
but there
said.
was like no one there. And then, of course, I came back a few nights later, and there was a few more people. But
What day of the week was it, Michelle? What day of the week did you go? I got to know. Monday? What was it?
it was a Thursday. I remember
Oh,
that.
Well, it's like kind of the start of the weekend for the bar.
It's just
I used to
kind
go
of
to
a start
bar
of a
for-
weekend, but there's
You could go on like a Saturday
and then
night.
when it came back on Saturday, it was a little more busy.
Yeah, there you go. That's the time you need to go.
But
Friday,
it was still
Saturday.
It was still pretty wimpy for Saturday. I mean, come on. I've been to the Backdoor Cafe over in Ashford, and
Oh.
damn, they were
Backdoor
packed.
Cafe.
With
Is
a
that a gay
live
bar? The
band and
Backdoor
everything.
Cafe?
Doing at the Backdoor Cafe.
Yeah.
I
Is
think it
that a
was
gay bar,
Ashford.
Michelle?
The point is that the Backdoor Cafe had a live band, and it was basically packed. Oh, we kind of got stuck there because his brakes and his motorhome were not
They
working
packed
right.
the back door.
Mhm.
So we ended up. So for 2 days, actually 3 days, we were stuck at the Backdoor Cafe while we were trying to find somebody, if they could at least get the truck running enough to get us back home to down to Norwich so we could do the VIN verification. Well, anyway, we got that done. That's not the point.
Yeah.
So the Backdoor Cafe was this big deal of a bar. It was a straight bar. A lot of people. The place was packed. Music was loud. The back patio was booming. People were drinking and having a good time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is there a lot of fudge in the Backdoor Cafe, Michelle? Did they serve fudge?
Sounds like a pretty fun place.
Backdoor Cafe.
Yeah.
Back open door cafe.
Who knows? Maybe they had.
Yeah.
Maybe there was some gay undertones in there. I don't know, but I didn't
Yeah.
really get into that.
That's a little gay.
I could guarantee that the bathroom had a glory hole in it.
No,
I
it's
could
called the
almost
back door
guarantee
because it
it.
had the back door. It literally had. Here's the cool thing, or uncool. I don't know what you want to think. They had both toilet stalls, of course, inside, and they had toilet stalls outside on the porch.
Michelle, was the back door, was it clean or was it kind of dirty?
Yeah, it was
like a
clean.
yeah. Oh, okay. A clean back door is always a good thing. That's a plus.
It was clean, but it was definitely very crowded. It was a Friday.
Yeah,
We were there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and damn, it was no quiet nights. The bikers would come in. There was a bikers bar too, so it was like, and finally, it was a biker named Mike that managed to get our brakes working good enough that Ed could go down to the guy Travis's house to actually fix the brakes better. So we got to Travis's, and he was having a party. It was on a Sunday, and I was like, he was having something called a Swamp Fest. What the hell was that? Well, I don't know. I would describe it as a bunch of big, large, kind of the Lake Gatsby's party. A whole bunch of people just coming in, all packing in, partying, porta potties. It's basically
Sounds like
a
a
loud
great time,
shindig.
Michelle.
Live bands. The thing was, one of the girls said to me, she said, "You don't want to go in that. You don't want to go in that porta potty." I had no choice, and she was right. You don't want to go in the porta potty. It was packed to the brim with toilet paper and poo. Ugh.
And then you just topped it off, Michelle. You just set it over the top, didn't you?
No, it was already a mess before I even got in there. I just had to pee.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even want to put my seat against that, or my butt against that seat. It was so disgusting. I was like, ugh.
I would have just stood up. Fuck that. It sounds like a good time, though, Michelle. Sounds like a good time. What part of the country was this in?
Yeah, well, we used to have a lot of fun long ago. Me and Ed did. But the thing is it's not the same.
Sounds like
It's not the same anymore. I mean, it's completely different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not the same as it used to be.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, anyway, like I said, guys, it's just about time to get ready to just get some breakfast.
Just about time for her to rev
Just
up
about
that
time to get some-
massager and
You gonna rub one out and get a nap, Michelle? You gonna get a fapping nap in for your night show?
What's that?
You gonna get a nice little fapping nap in before your night show? A little nappy?
Well, right now Ed's still asleep to 4, and I can go ahead and take a 3-hour nap before 7.
Oh Lord.
And
Lord.
so what I might do is just make some bowl of cereal for breakfast, because I didn't eat breakfast yet.
I was gonna sleep till 4.
Yeah, that's what he does. Don't wake
wow.
up. Don't wake up the bull. It's not worth it.
Don't wake the bull.
He's the opposite of a bull.
I
the
was
fucking
thinking
flock.
about doing. I did work on my story about Silvermoon. I worked on it a little bit last night. But the most important thing is that I decided to. Oh, where's the music coming from? Oh, never mind. Anyway, the point is that so I could drive the truck somewhere. I was thinking about expanding my garage and then and hire another driver with getting a bank
Nice.
loan.
Nice.
Oh, that man.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Knock it off with the music.
That'd be
okay?
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, what's it?
So I'm thinking about expanding my garage and hiring another driver. But does that mean I have to buy him a truck too? Or does he have his own
I think
truck?
so.
yeah, you gotta buy him a truck.
Or does he get stuck using my own truck and then we end up taking turns like me and Ed do with the bed?
Oh God.
Just
I don't know how that would work. Well, anyway, guys, listen. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Let me get back to my morning show, talk to my morning crew, and the
You
chat
gotta do
area.
your own fleet, so you gotta buy another truck.
So,
Bye, Michelle. Suck
Alright.
it easy.
so I'll see you
Take
tonight.
care.
All right.
Later.
Yep. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, so we had a pretty good morning show. We'll try to get a night show in tonight too, like I said. But you know, the thing depends on when the grumpy bull gets up. Because if Ed's still sleeping, there's not much I can do. You know. Yeah. Who knows? Alright, guys. So, thanks everybody for being on the show this morning. I still gotta figure out how to get Nightbot to keep still talking about my 3 streams, not Nightbot. Oh. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that. Because I don't want that anymore because of what happened yesterday. And also, it doesn't really help us anyway. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. But now, stay out of trouble. Okay. And I'll see you tonight at 7 if I manage to get up in time. Always a good point if you manage to get up in time. Right. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're gonna be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want big whoppers.
These
I
are the
don't know.
real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie. I mean, they're massive.
I know. I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Golden one. Versus. Fight.
That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep. Okay.